Crolister, the master opponent. In this video, we will be playing Mega Man 8, continuing on the Mega Man series for my playlist. Alright, so, this is being played on the Nintendo Switch as a part of the Mega Man Legacy Collection. As always. So, let's get forward. Mega Man 8 was originally released in 1996 on the Sega Saturn. However, it was particularly iconic as a Sony PlayStation game. And the version of the game that's in the Legacy Collection is the PlayStation version. The Sega Saturn version has slightly more detailed backgrounds during the game, as well as battles with Cut Man and Wood Man that were excluded from the PlayStation version of the game. And of course, this Legacy Collection uses the PlayStation version. So, yeah. This game has a very anime-like opening sequence instead of a prologue like you see in the other games, showing Mega Man fighting robot masters from previous generations, like from the previous games up to Mega Man 7. Which is pretty nifty. The Japanese version of the game would also play a song from a Japanese band instead of the music you're hearing now. Even in the Legacy Collection's Japanese version, they probably removed it for licensing reasons, like they did in the Mega Man X Legacy Collections. So, this is the only game in the series to have cutscenes like this, and one of the only 3 in the classic series to have voice acting, apart from Mega Man Powered Up and Mega Man 11. So, that reason and more makes this game very unique compared to the other games in the classic series. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin. Because of the cutscenes and what you gotta do to get some of the bolts in this game, this makes this game the longest of the classic Mega Man series games to actually do a long play of. So, make yourself comfy as you watch, Mega Man and the story of how he fought alongside a Universal legend named Duo. Seriously.
Don't run away, coward. You'll pay for this insult. I'll be back.
Dr. Light, what is the problem?
A strange meteor has fallen to Earth just a while ago. This meteor seems to be emitting a powerful energy signature. Something this powerful must not fall into the hands of evil.
I Dr. Light. I'm on it.
Thank you, Mega Man. If you can, please bring the meteor back.
Okay.
How the blood maple did Mega Man's English voice actor not recognize that bass was named after the music clef, not the fish, after he has a wolf named Treble? Although I absolutely love this game, its English voice acting is not the best. For that reason and more. You'll see during the playthrough. Dang it, the other robot backed up so far that I couldn't get those last couple of metals. Rush. Dr. Light. New weapon. Yeah, you get a special weapon from the beginning of this game, the Mega Ball. It has Mega Man shoot out a ball, and you can either kick it as a projectile weapon, or drop it and use it as a mini trampet so you can reach a higher ledge. It's a very useful item in this game. Use it. You can also have a special weapon equipped and still use the Mega Buster with a different button to press for the special weapons, which also means you can't auto-fire in the Legacy Collection in this game. And there are some different mechanics, like Mega Man being able to swim somehow, that only exist in this game. Even in the fan-made NES or Famicom version of Mega Man 8, you can't swim in that. And some parts that required swimming now have appearing and disappearing blocks. There are 3 bullets hidden in this little skull fort. One of which is not hidden, the others are kinda harder to find, as you see here. There are only bolts in a few specific locations. The same for every playthrough, so remember where they are and get as many as you feel convenient for each playthrough, so you can use them to get useful upgrades later. At the end of every stage before the boss is a party ball that will give you a large weapon refill capsule that can refill all your special weapons ammo. Now for this, hermit crab-like boss. An easy way to defeat it is to use the Mega Ball. A well-aimed one will flip its shell up, and then you shoot it in the eyes. I'm a bit too close. To damage it. There. Then there's an intermission with Wily, and the creator where Duo landed. It's over, Wily, is that what he said? It's just the beginning. One of Mega Man's weaknesses is sympathy for other robots. This game also uses an actual save system, like with a memory card on the PlayStation, and you can save up to 3 different files. even in the Legacy Collection. Like Mega Man 7 and the Game Boy Mega Man games, you have access to 4 Robot Masters from the beginning. Grenade Man, Frost Man, Tengu Man, and Clown Man. I will face them in that order. Grenade Man is the one that a lot of players recommend starting with. Got these detonator crates. Gotta watch out for the batons. And the gatherings. Some of you may be aware, Capcom recently has reportedly stated in an interview that they're thinking about reinvigorating the Mega Man franchise and to continue making games from the franchise regularly in the upcoming years. So, it's been about 6 years, I think, since Mega Man 11 released. After that, we've had the Mega Man Zero and ZX collection, and then the Mega Man Battle Network collection. And other than that, it was just that Mega Man X Dive mobile game. I'm gonna need to destroy some more of the blocks underneath to drop the steel blocks so I can get the bolt there. No big deal. Mega Man 11 does end with, Wily escaping, so they can very well contain the Mega Man series from there. And what about Mega Man X9? Is another Mega Man X game possible from here as well? With the way that Mega Man X8 ended. The possibilities are endless. If Capcom really put some thought into it while not rushing through, I'm sure they can make a great Mega Man follow-up to continue from Mega Man 11 and Mega Man X9. I just hope Proto Man and Bass actually appear in the next game, which they didn't at all in Mega Man 11, which in my opinion was a complete shock. They couldn't even be DLC. I'm not trying to rush anybody, I'm just saying. Mega Man is Capcom's main franchise. So they definitely need to keep it alive in some way. And that promotions are still getting cancelled regarding Mega Man besides games, in addition to spin-offs. And that sucks because... And while I understand that they thought the franchise just wouldn't be the same without KJ and Nafune involved, they can at least try, And we're not asking for a new game every single year. That was mainly what caused the franchise to go on that 8-year hiatus in the first place. And if it wasn't for Mega Man's inclusion in Super Smash Bros., what would have come of the franchise as a whole from there? Smash was how I got into Mega Man to begin with. After he was announced, I was like, yeah, I gotta try out the main series. And now here I am. I can definitely see a couple of new Mega Man games coming out on the Nintendo Switch's successor for sure, though. As well as the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. You gotta watch these hammers. That bolt you see down there requires the Flame Sword from Flame Man, so not until the Midpoint. Having Capcom said that they're thinking about how they're going to continue the Mega Man games, though, is a really exciting announcement. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they'll pull off the next Mega Man and Mega Man X games. Just a friendly fan making a friendly report. So. Slide to move faster and get this bolt quickly. Gotta dodge the swinging hammers again.
I'll punish you.
You're the one getting punished. Grenade Man's not that tough. Though, like a lot of other bosses, he does require memorization. Yeah. This isn't my best performance, mind you. There we go. The Flash Bomb is one of my favorite weapons in the Mega Man series. Super useful in this game, really is.
Welcome back.
We're gonna visit Roll and pick out some power-ups to use. You can get more of them after the midpoint of the game. I'm gonna buy the laser shot now.
Good luck, Mega Man.
An upgrade to the Mega Buster, you can wear it well. And then, Frost Man will be the next to go.
Ready.
Go to items and equip the shot you want to use after you get this, or the Arrow Buster. The laser shot blasts through multiple enemies and will destroy non-boss enemies with one hit, as long as they're not deflectable, though it does limit in width, making it a little bit harder to land hits on, depending on the enemy. There are batons as you ride this elevator, so heads up. These sliding scenes on the sled are super annoying to deal with in this stage and Wily Stage 1. There are also these giant tellies that drop bombs over here. Just watch out for the jump and slide signs on the right so you know where you need to jump and where you need to slide respectively. Easy to miss bolts. I'm gonna have to go back and get that later. Every stage has a continue point intermission.
Ready.
Keep in mind that these penguins slide back a bit with each hit, if you use uncharged shots. Use the Mega Ball to get that ledge. Jump on Switch and ride the block of ice quickly. Not going without that bolt. There it is. You can use the Mega Ball as a tramp bed to jump up to a higher ledge. You can just keep jump held down as you bounce on it, instead of having to hit jump as soon as you land on it. There's a bowl underneath this slab of ice that requires the Astro Crush in order to destroy. All 4 of the first 4 stages have a bolt that requires you to get a weapon from the later bosses, unfortunately. Again, just jump and keep the jump button held down as you bounce on the Mega Ball to bounce. There's no need to try and hit it as soon as you land on the ball. I will not be getting every single bolt in the game, just enough that I feel convenient for a playthrough. There's a bolt in Search Man stage, and at least 1 bolt in Aqua Man stage that I will purposely not be getting, because they're not convenient enough for me. A problem which you can only get a maximum of 8 power-ups at once in any playthrough. So, we go.
Freeze! I'll crush you. I will beat you.
I swear, the voice acting, the English voice acting, I should say, in this game sounds a lot like that of Looney Tunes. And I'm not just saying that because of this character, other characters as well, like Dr. Light, for example. The voice acting in Mega Man 11 is a lot more like what I actually picture the characters' voices to actually sound like, and is significantly better. And of course, since the bass isn't in that game nor powered up at all, there's no character to say his name correctly in them. Let's do Tengu Man.
Ready.
There is a strong wind behind you that dictates your movement a little bit. And you can direct the wind to go across these elevator-ish platforms. You have to be quick to cross them to get certain bolts here, like this one. Then there are these scenes where you ride in a bubble and have to maneuver left and right across flying spikes. Skipping over an accident I had. Although the laser shot is useful for taking out multiple enemies at once, it can be deflected by enemies that guard shots like the Hanyan attackers you saw. Then, the middle of this stage has these scenes where you ride on Rush Jet and take out enemies in a side-scrolling shooter, like, scenario. Like in a lot of arcade games such as Gradius. Party balls will give you a special power-up, like Beat, which will charge forward and destroy enemies on its way out if you use a charge shot like this. And then there's Eddie. If you hold down shot, he shoots out these little bombs to damage enemies and arc going downward from him. Other power-ups include the Rush power-up, which gives Rush a 3-way shot that can be shot while you're charging a shot, and Auto, which will fly on a propeller by his bolt and shoot fireworks missiles as a straightforward attack. The music is a little bit different in the original Sega Saturn version of the game. I'm specifically talking remix-wise. And, the music on Tengu Man stage is actually radically different in the Sega Saturn version, compared to the PlayStation version, which, this game is. They must have thought the music that played on this stage should sound a little bit more Japanese, since, Tengu Man is clearly in a Japanese scene, and is based on Japanese yokai. Tengu is, one of the many yokais in the Japanese culture, you know. Yokai is like their version of, myths and legends, you know. This is the part that requires you to have a weapon from a later stage to find in this stage up there, where you can see. This guy is tricky, and if you're not careful with certain attacks of his, he can destroy you in an instant by forcing you over the edge. His weakness is also the Ice Wave, a problem which you can only hit him with it after a certain move while he's on the ground. That slashing attack carries you over the edge if you're not careful, and that can destroy you easily.
Regretful.
So, you have to memorize its movements and be extra careful. Here we go.
Ready.
You can get an extra life if you shoot a well-aimed Mega Ball into the clown's mouth at the beginning. Little toys referencing previous Mega Man games. In order to get the bolt that you see just ahead here, you have to use Rush Cycle. Unfortunately, I messed it up during this recording, and so I have to go back and get it later. I wasn't fast enough to buffer out before the checkpoint. The Rush Cycle does allow you to move significantly faster, which is useful on this stage. And the countdown to where it wears off will deplete faster as you take hits. You have to watch out for the guys with the bells in the background, and make sure you're standing on the circle as they strike. If you're on an X, a booby trap will come out and inflict damage on you. For this big beer circle sub-boss, you want to use the Mega Ball. That'll damage it a little bit faster. Each sub-boss gives you another tool of some kind that you can use involving Rush. Like the one in Grenade Man is how you get the Rush Cycle. You can use the Flash Bomb to deal with Sniper Joes and get past their shields faster. The platforms that have a skull on them will open up and drop you under if you're standing on them, so avoid doing it where there are spikes. Among these pirate platforms is a bolt that requires the flame sword in order to get, and another one that kind of requires the thunder claw as well, so we'll get those later. The pirate robots drop smaller versions of themselves while they're swinging. Then you have to memorize which blocks you want to fall into in order to climb up this. Stupid toy soldier. That was trying to fly like a bird. Walked right into the wall. I never actually witnessed the stupidity of the toy soldier enemies on the stage until just now while I'm narrating this video. It's kind of hard to look around your surroundings if you gotta focus on your character. Permanent. You gotta be kidding me. I'm trying to get this bolt that's down here. Miss me. Try again. That's enough of that garbage.
Yo, geeky.
You calling me geeky? Psst.
Watch it. What are you doing?
Use the tornado hold while he's using the swing move.
Ouch! What have you done to me? Thunder Carnival. Ouch! Thunder Claw.
You gotta watch out for the thunder claw as well. It's a grab.
What are you doing? Ouch! Ouch! What have you done to me? Ouch! Watch it. What are you doing? Mommy! See you in my dreams.
Believe in an afterlife, do we? Well then. Alright, so we got the Thunder Claw. Like I demonstrated earlier, the Tornado Hole can also help you reach new heights.
Dr. Light, how's it going? Will it be okay?
I'm almost finished. The battery will be charged in 10 minutes.
That's good. By the way, what do you make of these?
These seem to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but we cannot let it fall into Dr. Wily's hands. You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wily.
This kid's got awful English voice acting. Besides the Dr. Wily part, Dr. Light's English voice actor stuttered during his lines. You think he'd like Elmer Fudd or what? And then Duo Awakens. That was not 10 minutes, mind you. He realizes he's still alive, and then he sees the energy sources and goes berserk.
He still lives.
What the?
Mega Man, you must go after him. We don't know who he is. It's dangerous to leave him alone.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Rush.
So we have a sub-stage again. In the original Sega Saturn version, an alarm would blare with the background flashing red during this part. And where this bolt is, they originally had a battle against Cut Man, a Mega Man 1 robot master that they removed in the PlayStation games. So instead, the boat's just sitting there. The ice wave is pretty useful to use as well, in places like this. So we're gonna face Duo here. After he jumps, move to the side immediately. Like this.
That must be it over there. I can see it.
Rush, what do you think you were doing? You ain't strong enough to take on a big gorilla bot like that.
I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd make it this far, Mega Man. However, I don't have time to deal with you. Say goodnight.
Good, Rush is fine.
Are you okay?
Who are you?
My name is Duo. I was born with the sole purpose to eliminate the evil energy from this universe.
Pretty dope powers he has.
Duo, that just like the one I gave to Dr. Light.
Yes, this is what you people call evil energy. Based on my studies so far, the one who obtained the original energy must be a being of complete evil. This type of energy absorbs the evil in a person's mind and then multiplies. Judging by the quick rate of its growth, it'll take over the planet with evil energy in a matter of days. We must stop it. I sense the original energy exists in that tower. But barrier prohibits me from going there. I'll destroy the rest of the evil energy that has spread throughout the Earth. You search and destroy the energy sources for that barrier.
Let's do it. Time to go, Rush.
The energy sources for the barrier are the other half of the Robot Masters. Sword Man, Search Man, Astro Man, and Aqua Man. Before that, though, we also have access to new power-ups, and considerably better ones. I gotta have that high-speed charge so I can charge the Mega Buster quicker.
Good luck, Mega Man.
That'll do for now.
Let's do it.
I'm Sorcerer.
Sword Man, in my opinion, is the easiest Robot Master in Mega Man 8. I can take him on with ease with just a Buster. What is this place, Thailand? Bunch of batons flying out, so watch your entry. The first half of the stage has 4 chambers with switches at the end to open the door to progress, each of which require you to use the weapons from the previous Robot Masters. You have to use the Thunder Claw here to disable spike traps that'll kill you on contact. And open the door. Then you have to jump on the switch before you leave. The first switch in this chamber does not require the tornado hole to open. The next switch does require you to use it to open it. And this one does require it as well as some shots at a careful pace to get it over the steps. Next up, the Ice Wave Room. You need to use the Ice Wave to freeze the flamethrowers, which will kill you on contact. Make sure it keeps on screen to freeze more of them at once. The eyes on the generators flash before they drop an enemy, if you want that as a tip as well. And finally, the flash bomb room. Hit the batons or tanks with a flash bomb, and pay attention to the color square you see in the background. It was green, yellow, red for this playthrough. And then jump on the switches in that order. The order is randomly decided for every playthrough, so you have to use the flash bomb and really pay attention as you use it. Then once you've activated all 4 switches, we go to the sub-boss. Use the flash bomb on this boss. Then this mallet-type robot will destroy the floor and leave you with 3 pillars, making it easier to fall into the lava and die. We'll get the rush bomber, and I'll be back in a moment. Gotta wait for this eruption before we go. You jump on the left switch to move left, and the right switch to move right on the lava rafts. The mallets will go for where you are as soon as you land on the pillar platforms, so immediately jump out of the way. And the more aggressive looking batons will chase you and kind of leech your life. So, be extra careful not to touch the spikes here. After hitting right to move, the raft will automatically move on stream on its own. Use a flash bomb to break this block and reveal a secret area. One of the bolts is there. And then we're ready for the boss. Like I said, Sword Man is really easy, in my opinion.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, and you'll still lose.
Final strike.
Hit him in the torso. The legs are invincible, I think.
Impressive. Final strike.
One move that you have to watch out for is the move where he does that and then drops a statue on you.
Final slash.
That's about the only move he does that's kind of hard to avoid, in my opinion. So, there's that.
Nice shot.
Nice shot is right. So with that, we get the Flame Sword, Mega Man's forward air in Super Smash Bros. Now we're gonna revisit previous stages to get some bolts that I couldn't get until now. I'll just skip ahead to where I actually get the bolts. One of them is in Grenade Man's stage. You use the Flame Sword on this fuse here. And big up. There are a few we gotta get in Clown Man's stage, including the one that requires Rush Cycle, which I messed up earlier. There you go. The other ones are in the pirate section. One of them requires the Flame Sword. To climb onto that one, you want to use the Mega Ball, or the Tornado Hold. And you have to use the Flame Sword to destroy this keg here. The other one can be made easier, at least, by using the Thunder Claw. From there. I bought the escape unit during my skippings in the video editing, so, we can just end it there. Remember that the escape unit only works if you're in the stage where you've already defeated the boss.
Welcome back. Right on.
Gonna get my energy balancer while we're here.
Good luck, Mega Man.
And after Sword Man, we're gonna do Search Man.
I'm Search Man, okay?
Random bonus fact. Even in the Japanese version of Mega Man 8, Search Man still speaks English, with a different voice actor. They must have thought Search Man should be 100% English speaker. All of the other characters besides Search Man have English and Japanese voice acting respectively by region. So... I suppose that if they had voice acting in any of the older Mega Man games, Yamato Man from Mega Man 6 would speak Japanese even in the English version. You see the part that's obscured by the plants? In the lower right corner, there's a bolt there. I got an extra life from that one. I will be getting one of the bolts here, not both of them. The one that I will be getting requires you to use the flame sword to get past these up ahead. And then there's another trickier one that requires the Thunderclaw to use that I never get in any playthrough, and this one will be no exception. This is one of those games I feel is not exactly necessary to do a 100% run in. There was originally a battle against Wood Man that they cut in the PlayStation version of the game from the Sega Saturn version. You would fight him before the continue point here. Be careful about how you destroy the Bun B tanks, for the same reason as Mega Man 7. Gotta shoot these and get through them quickly before they close again. Unnecessary swinger there. This one is necessary. Some tricky Thunderclaw swinging here. There we go. You want to use the flame sword for Search Man.
Hey, boy, come on.
Some people think Search Man only has one personality despite being double-headed.
Shoot, fire.
Both of its heads actually have a different voice, though, if you pay close attention to which one's eyes light up as he speaks.
Oh, no.
This part where he hides in the bushes is kind of annoying.
Shoot, fire.
he says bonsai for some reason. Try fighting Search Man with Buster only. He's probably the hardest of Mega Man 8's Robot Masters to fight with only the Mega Buster, in my opinion. Alright, from here we're going to do the Astro Man. Astro Man stage is a royal pain because of the wraparound mazes. Because I haven't played this game in a while, I got lost in the wraparound mazes. So this stage is going to take quite a while to get through in this video. I'm also turning off the laser shot so I can deal with the Mecha Heroes a bit better and have slightly wider range. Though that doesn't help at all against the enemies that creep along the ground like a puddle. So you can use the Ice Wave to destroy gabules in this game. In every game in the series, there is one special weapon that can be used to destroy gabules. Forgive me for how long I took to navigate these. I'm not going without the bolt. So I gotta do some more scouring. Well, there's a switch that I can get from there. So, it's gotta find my way back now. Give me a moment, I'll get through this. There's the starting point. Alright. I gotta get the bolt, yeah. Then the next part after this is pretty cool. You have to quickly climb to the top of a tower that's collapsing in quicksand. Just watch out for enemies on the ground and ceiling that can slow you down. The slime puddles dropped from the enemies above can be frozen with the ice wave, so that they can't grab you and hold you in place. Alright then, moving on.
Ready?
You notice that figure in the background that turns into a spiky and non-spiky form? Use that as an indicator for the appearing and disappearing platforms. These up and down like enemies are making this a bit intimidating. And now we have another wraparound maze. These parts detract from the fun of a playthrough of this game, in my opinion. Why can't we just have a stage that has the traditional appearing and disappearing block sequences in place of these? Well, at least the stage's music is relaxing. So easy to get lost in this. Well, this is for sure. I opened the barrier that was guarding where the bowl is. Maybe I should leave that one down. Got the bolt, now I gotta find a way out. That was fast. Compared to the whole maze itself. Right then. Put the laser shot back on.
Come here, but I don't know what to do.
There's one particular move Astro Man does with the Astro Crush where he'll phase along clones at the top. I always use the homing sniper there in particular. Keep in mind that the homing sniper can go after one of his orbiters instead, which is why I reserved it for that, and just use the Mega Buster and charge shots on them elsewhere. The homing sniper can also be charged, by the way. The Astro Crush is this game's nuke weapon. There are 3 bolts I gotta get in Frostman's stage. And 1 in Tengu Man's. You remember that piece of metal that holds a bolt in Tengu Man's stage? You can get it and get its bolt with use of the Astro Crush or the homing sniper. Now to get the ones in Frostman's stage. This is not fun at all. Here's one of the ones I missed earlier. Here's the other one. And the third and final one. Like I said, to get this one, you have to use the Astro Crush. Then Flash Bomb on this one. Let's see what else we can acquire. The Hyper Slider and Step Booster are useful if you're a speedrunner, though not exactly necessary for the way I play. We're gonna get the Super Recover, so I recover more health and weapons by pickups. And the Energy Saver, so I can have more ammunition for the special weapons. So that leaves Aqua Man. Let's go.
Ready.
These clam robots are kind of tough to get past without taking a hit. Especially if you use the laser shot like I do. Remember, you swim in this game. Just press jump while you're underwater to go upward. Mind the current that pushes you towards the spikes in the back. Scary part there. We got an unnerving sub-boss. This one's weakness, I think, is the Thunderclaw. You also have to be careful about where you land after each hit to dodge his moves. then this one gives you the Rush airdrop, which has Rush fly around on Rush Jet and drop health and weapon recovery items.
Ready.
Once per stage. Use the Astro Crush to find the hidden bolt here. Just mind the squids. Use the tornado hold on this mine right here. And then there are actually a couple of different paths you can go, one without and one with, finding the other bolt earlier that you find by using the Astro Crush. And there's a bolt in both of them, meaning you're required to play this stage again in order to find every single bolt in the game, which I'm not going to do. There are these countdown platforms. Watch where you land from them. I didn't see that there were floating spike balls there. Now the Robot Master. Aqua Man's weakness is the Astro Crush. Aqua Man has high defense, and the Astro Crush normally would deplete before his health does. So in between hits with the Astro Crush, throw in the fully charged Buster Shot as well. It most certainly was not luck. You were destined to lose. I like to talk about destinies and whatnot, so. Kind of like a lot of other anime fans. The water balloon, the special weapon that has the most max ammo. So with this, we are now ready to confront Dr. Wily. For that, though, I'll see what else I can buy with my bolts.
Welcome back.
I'll just get the exchanger. Hyper Slider would be nice, though isn't necessary. If you have full health and pick up a health capsule, it'll become weapon ammunition instead. So, it can be pretty useful. Alright, now for one of the worst Wily stages ever in the series. because it has that annoying sledding intermission from Frostman's stage, and it's really hard.
Ready. Jump, 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 jump. Slide, slide. Slide, slide, jump, jump. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, slide, jump, jump. Jump, 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 jump.
Easily my least favorite part of this game. The boss is no walk in the park either. Gotta use the Thunderclaw to progress here. Thank you, Telly. Thunderclaw here. And there. One more here. Gotta go up here. This boss, its name is along the lines of Atamentio, whatever, is really annoying because you can only hit him with the Mega Ball with no chance of being able to recover your health in between fights. And in some places, it's very difficult to land a hit. Maybe I'd be better at it if I played this a little bit more often. You can refill your weapon ammunition during the fight, just not your health. It's taking forever to finally land a hit on this guy. Now it's just a matter of avoiding damage after I hit him. That's better. You gotta be careful not to hit the fake one. Alright, you're finished. You can save your progression in between Wily stages in this game. Right here we have another rush jet shooter kind of scene for the rest of the stage. You gotta be extra careful while maneuvering past this maze, because the auto scrolling can crush you behind the walls. For this boss, the Blight King, we're gonna use the Astro Crush. Wait for the side wings to open, and then strike. That wasn't what I wanted it to open. There we go. The side wings are what's really vulnerable. Destroying the front fangs of the ship is optional. The next Wily stage after that one is also very difficult, especially if you're not familiar with the game.
Ready.
You have to ride on these walking bombs across spikes, and the way it's placed is very tricky. Then you have to have that gorilla throw a boulder and use the boulder as a stepping stone on these spikes, followed by the tornado hold to get up here. And then here we fight Base. Base thinks he can take advantage of the evil energy, eh? That's only gonna screw him up.
Come on, Treble.
I just love how I has to say "come on, Treble" in both the text and the voice acting in a row. Yeah, you fight him. So, if you've played Mega Man 7, you would know how nightmarish it is to fight Base in that game, and both of the scenes where you have to fight him. In this game, though, he's a bit of a pushover. You just charge up your shot and fire fully charged Buster shots while he's flying around, and you can deal with him easily. Only a few of his moves are really hard to avoid. He just flies higher than you can reach, and for the move where he zooms across the side with the laser ray. Other than that, he's not hard at all. Nowhere near as hard as he was in Mega Man 7, at least. And then, after that, you never fight him in the series ever again. As if Capcom completely forgot about the existence of Mega Man's own rival. Apart from being a playable character in the couple, Mega Man and Base and Mega Man 10. And that's not the same as coming back as an actual rival to fight. It's sad, really. Well, if he'll never give up, then how come he didn't attack Mega Man again after that in this game? Capcom's excuse for Base not appearing in Mega Man 9 is that he was receiving a tune-up during the events of that game, which is valid. Though that doesn't really explain his absence from Mega Man 11. Base is a blood maple. You gotta understand. The more kind-hearted ones that actually fight if and only if they have to do it for their friends and for justice are the ones that'll always prevail. Those that fight only for personal gain and greed are specimens of sin. Alright, so the wily boss in this stage is the Green Devil, which is actually pretty easy. We're gonna use fully charged shots to open the eye once it gets in the stance. And then once it's exposed, we're gonna use the Thunderclaw. Then you have to wait for it to make its attack. There are a few different moves it can use. With this one, it follows you and tries to stab you. Now it's using the tidal wave-ish move. Slide to dodge this one. It also has another move where it dismantles and reunites, much like Devils and the other games in the series that have them. I jumped a little too high there, no big deal. Yeah, that one's easy. One stage left to go. This is where we'll do the boss rush, followed by the Wily Machine. If you want a bonus tip about the boss rush, the capsules on the left and right sides respectively are placed in the exact same order that the Robot Master stages are in on the stage select screen, if it helps you remember. And I'll see ya.
It's just a kid. Don't make me laugh. Here you go. You. You. No way. You. 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 Tornado hole. Here you go. It's regretful.
You've got no chance. Ouch! Watch it. What are you doing? Ouch! Ouch! What have you done to me? Thunder Carnival! Thunder Claw! Ouch! Ouch! Watch it. What are you doing? Ouch! Ouch! What have you done to me? Ouch! See you in my dreams.
I'll be nice on you. Flash bomb. Flash bomb. Crush. Crush. Crazy Destroyer. Flash bomb. That felt good. Freeze! I'll crush you. I'll make a popsicle of you.
won't hold back. Lightning strike. Nice shot.
I've been waiting for you.
So after you've beaten all 8 of them again, we confront the Wily machine. The party bar will refill all your weapons, and if you're going to save over it with the checkpoint save, you should manually do it before you enter the door if you want to save your weapon ammo. Enjoy the intermission. Basically, Duo takes the entire hit from the laser blast. Protecting Mega Man. Then Proto Man comes and helps Duo recover. While Mega Man deals with Wily. You want to use the flame sword or the water balloon for the Wily machine. I'll use the flame sword. The flame sword can cancel out his hyper blast, which he does after the jaw of the machine opens. Try not to take too much damage against him, because you have no energy tanks in Mega Man 8. The closest entity that you do have is the Rush airdrop, which can only be used once a stage. And then for the Wily capsule, we're going to use the Flash Bomb. He orbits a little bit and then does one of a few different selected attacks, like the quad shot similar to Mega Man 7 without the elemental dips. Some of these can be hard to dodge. If he's low in profile, he will usually do the shot where he sends those balls up that split and go along the ground like this. Like you saw. That's like the easiest one of them to dodge, in my opinion. Wow, awful. Just to stay on the safe side, I'm going to use the Rush airdrop, which is the package item. have to re-equip the flash bomb. Again. Then suddenly, spawn of the evil energy from the Wily capsule comes out and attacks Mega Man as the fortress collapses. And then an intermission where Duo finds Mega Man unconscious from the fortress collapsing from the evil energy outbreak and saves his life. The ending of this game's a little bit more emotionally powerful than the other games in the series, specifically the classic series. Try not to tear up.
This is not good. He's been affected by the evil energy. He will die soon. If your mind is not completely taken by the evil, you'll be saved. Mega Man, I can see into your mind.
Got some flashbacks of Mega Man's past where he's fighting evil machines and saving some lives. Is that puppy saving there? Stopping a robbery. Saving some kids from a war mech. Looks like Guts Man, kinda.
You have been working so hard for justice. With your help, this planet will survive.
What happened, Mega Man?
He's going to be okay. He will regain consciousness soon. My job is done. I must go. I'll leave Mega Man up to you. But there's one more thing. I have a favor to ask.
Wake up! Wake up, Mega Man! Roll! Mega Man, you're okay! Am I alive?
Yes, you are. Duo saved you.
Duo.
Duo is gone.
Proto Man.
Mega Man, I have a message to give you from Duo.
From Duo, what is it?
He said, thank you.
Duo? Me too. Thank you, Duo.
The protector of the universe hears your call. Clearly. Then after that, we get the staff credits. This Dr. Wily prize is the acknowledgement for the Robot Master winners. In this game, only 6 of the 8 were winners of this little deal where they had fans design the Robot Masters. Tengu Man and Astro Man were made by Capcom themselves, and would later be re-included in Mega Man and Base. I played the Game Boy Advance version as a Wii U Virtual Console game. It was originally a Japan-only SNES game. Maybe it'll come to one of the NSO apps one day. If they put the Game Boy Mega Mans on the Game Boy app and Mega Man The Wily Wars on the Sega Genesis app, then it's very possible. Not sure what the Dr. Light prize is supposed to be. The Japanese version of the game also had another song that would play at the start of the credits, which was removed in the international version, obviously. And then for the actual staff credits, you got a Metal walking from side to side as you see concept art of other fan-made Robot Masters that were submitted that didn't make the cut. Some of these look pretty interesting. Maybe they'll inspire Robot Masters in some of the later games, after Mega Man 11. That one looks a little bit like Sword Man without the cup head. There's another double-headed one like Search Man. There actually is a Robot Master named Pirate Man in Mega Man and Base. There's one example. There's a boss that's kind of like that in the Mega Man Zero series, Anubis Necromancis III. And that could easily have inspired Leviathan, possibly, from Zero as well. Lots of different examples that could inspire work later. That looks like a different version of Sword Man as well. That one. And then you have this adorable ending screen where Mega Man is stretching with Russian beat around him. And that's the end of the game. Alright, so that was Mega Man 8. One of the most unique and one of my favorite of the games in the Mega Man Classic series. Stay tuned then for Mega Man 9 and out, which I'll be playing at some point as well as some games in the Mega Man X series as well, and some other games from different franchises. I am Crolister, the Master of Ponage. Thank you for watching, and I will see you